Hello and welcome to Partial Recall, a show where we watch a movie and try to tell you about it. My name is Rob.
I'm Abraham Lincoln.
And I'm a big pile of mud.
And Big Pile of Mud. What movie did we watch today?
We watched Eden Log. This one's also a little different. I didn't really read the back. I took a trip to Roswell and went to a thrift store and found an alien movie. And was like, it's destiny.
Not really an alien movie.
I was going to say, is this an alien movie?
I thought it was. Yeah. It's a dark treat. Is the quote on the back.
I mean, yeah, sure as shit is fucking dark.
It's dark. Says a man wakes up deep inside a cave. And that's when I stopped reading.
Perfect.
Should we read the rest of it?
We probably should.
Because I was going to say there's not
that
much.
Doesn't help.
Suffering amnesia, he has no recollection of how he came to be there or of what happened to the man whose body he finds beside him. Tailed by a mysterious creature, this forgotten man embarks upon a journey through the strange and fantastic world, desperately struggling to find his way to the surface. Think The Bourne Identity, set in an apocalyptic future with a dash of Predator thrown in for good measure.
Nope. I'm stopping you right there. Nope.
It was The Bourne Identity.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
No.
It only has a dash of Predator because he's covered in mud for the whole thing.
And he kind of looks like he has dreadlocks a little bit.
There is a character with dreadlocks.
There's a character with dreadlocks. Anyway, so let's start talking about the film. So,
Well, I feel like I learn a little bit more about this movie every time we read something because I didn't know that body beside him had any significance. So that's the body that he finds Old Reliable on, right?
yes.
So like desiccated skeleton.
It's just a flashlight.
Yeah.
Just pulsing.
It's the pulsing flash. So, man wakes up in cave, like the back of the box said,
The darkest cave.
the darkest cave. And he wakes up to a quest indicator blinking off in the distance.
Mhm.
He learns to use his directional controls, and then he walks over to it and presses F to pick up a light.
Press F to pay respects.
So I'm saying it like this because this movie feels very much like a really long cutscene from a game. It feels almost like cinematic. What game were you talking about, Aaron?
Dead Space.
Dead Space.
Yeah.
It feels like cinematic Dead Space in a cave space.
Space cave.
Space.
Space game. Space cop. Actually, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
He's kind of a cop.
He's a cave cop.
Spoilers.
It's Cave Cop.
Cave cop.
Yeah, cave
Space
cop.
cave cop.
So cave cop wakes up.
We don't know he's a cop.
We don't know he's a cop yet.
We don't know he's a cop for hours.
He doesn't know either.
He's also not a cop.
He also doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know. He's got amnesia. Can't remember anything. He doesn't remember how to vault over a chest-high wall.
Nope.
So he has to walk up to it and learn. And he goes thrift shopping a little bit. But we are treated to an incredibly long opening sequence where they just use this time to put the credits, like the opening credits, which I guess is fine. Like, when did this movie get released?
I think it was 2002, I want to say. 2007, but there was a copyright for 2002. Oh, yep, 2007.
Okay. So 2007, I'm trying to I don't remember. There was a time when movies stopped doing that. But I guess this wasn't it. So it's dark. It's dark as shit. There's a hard light.
Look at the back of the box. There's so much more color.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Wait, let me see that.
Yeah,
No
look.
way.
There's like
I was surprised that this is kind
the
of
movie is
in grayscale.
color graded to. We thought it was in black and white for a while.
I wonder if the French language version is in color.
I was also thinking that. I want to give this movie maybe another shot in French.
Interesting. With English subtitles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if the dialogue makes more sense. Like the flow's better.
We're kind of stalling talking about the plot because this movie's not very plot heavy. It's much more vibe.
Yeah.
It gives the plot to you in big dumps.
Yeah.
Exposition dumps, which again starts to feel these like hologram projected dumps. And it really feels like a video game, you're walking around, all of a sudden something clicks on and like a projector talks to you for a while and tells you about the plot. And then you're like, oh, I guess I need to go find the architect. And then you start on your quest, and then a little quest thing pops up, and you go fuck off somewhere else to another room.
But by the time he knows he needs to find the architect, and we didn't know this also until we looked at the scene selection. But by the time he finds but by the time he gets the quest marker to find the architect's already dead, or at least he's on a different level of the facility.
The architect is slowly becoming a tree.
We don't know do we know he's the architect? He does say that he told the surface about everything.
Yeah, but that just feels like a guy trying to do the right thing.
I feel like this is going to be one of those movies where like following along linearly is going to be like long chunks of us like, so he stumbles around and there's a rock and a spine.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing happens at the very beginning. It feels like it's attempting to be world building, right? And again, it feels much like a video game. Like you get up, you're stumbling along, you don't have the run key unlocked yet. So you're walking along looking at set pieces on the wall, and he discovers a mini map of the area that he's in, and then he has to solve a power puzzle to open a door.
Yeah.
He kind of does. Like he fucks around with some hanging wires, some tubes.
Yeah, those are pneumatic tubes. Those aren't wires.
They do look like pneumatic tubes as opposed to wires. But he has to plug in something. He has to plug in something, and then the next door opens up.
Yeah. Do we see the holograms at this point? Because that was actually really cool.
There is a really good shot of the holograms. I don't remember if it's this one or the next one.
But there is a group of holograms that are all talking over each other. They're all women that are speaking different languages at the same time. And there's a really cool shot where the holograms are being projected onto the floor for some reason, and he walks over to look at them, and then the one that's speaking English is projected onto the back of his head. And they do that several times throughout the movie, where they'll project a hologram over another, like a dead body or something like that.
It is a really good effect. I actually genuinely think it's pretty good.
This movie was kind of weird, kind of hard to get your head around, but it was directed. There's very clearly vision behind it, which is kind of refreshing on a show like this.
Genuinely, like there's a high vision of what is intended to be here. Like I think you're right, absolutely right. But we'll get to it at the end.
It's either going to be your cup of tea or not your cup of tea.
You're going to have to be in a mood for this.
Also that.
You're going to have to be so anyway, he's walking around. We thought there was Dong.
There was no dog.
We got real excited early on when the light was blinking, when he was going to his first quest marker. We thought there was going to be Dong.
All right, enough flashing. Was that some dong?
Was that Dong?
Wait, is there Dong?
He's just wearing skin-colored pants.
He's just wearing muddy skin-colored
Mud
pants. He's wearing mud pants.
Mud pants.
He's also wearing a mud shirt.
And a mud helmet.
Which he's going to clean off eventually.
Not until like the very end. He wears that thing. Like that's his hairdo.
Yeah.
It's like Jack Nance in Eraserhead. That's his do.
Iconic.
Truly.
So he walks around a very poorly lit room. There's some military netting for reasons. And he walks around some spine trees.
We don't know they're trees. We just think they're spines. Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't know anything yet.
We don't know anything yet.
Only clue to having a tree is the logo. I guess the name of the movie is Eden Log.
Right.
The Lincoln Log.
Because so like when he sees his first hologram projector thing, it's like trying to welcome him to New Eden. Like, blah, blah, blah. This is the price you pay to welcome to New Eden or something. And
actually, that's another very Dead Spacey thing about this movie is the corporate, like, welcome to the Ishimura. Like, you're going to have such a great time here. It's like that skin crawly corporate talk.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the multiple languages.
Yep.
Yeah, plus the multiple languages. And he like hones in on the one that speaks his language.
It feels like I don't know what year it is, but it's got to be in the future, right?
I assume we're in the future.
Technology that we don't understand.
It's definitely the ending gives it away that's kind of the future. It doesn't feel like steampunky.
No.
I almost said solar punk, but what's like the negative solar punk?
Yeah.
Well, it's tree punk.
Yeah.
It's kind of tree punk.
Arboreal punk.
That's the kind of punk.
Arbor punk.
Arbor punk. There it is.
So
this is a trailblazing movie actually.
Yeah,
Arbor
so
punk.
Cave Cop goes thrift shopping and finds himself a North Face jumpsuit, and he equips his light/health bar. I genuinely, because we're gonna get a lot of like over the shoulder, like third person tracking shots, like following him as he's moving around.
Yeah, very Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, and I thought for sure there was gonna be like a health bar on him somewhere. Like I kept expecting it. So he picks up his first game armor and finds another quest marker.
And he hears a noise too at around this time.
Yeah, there's a
grumbling, growling noise off in the distance.
not quite a jump scare.
Yeah, I mean, there's not, to the movie's credit, it is kind of like a sci-fi horror movie, but it's not really, there's no jump scares in it. It's more just, feeling and atmosphere and stuff like that.
There's like one or two attempted jump scares, but they feel earned and they don't scare.
No.
They do jump a little, but they don't really scare.
It scares the cameraman.
Scary. God, the cameraman's.
He went through some shit in this movie.
Yeah, the
Pretty sure he
cameraman
gets
was.
assaulted at one point.
Everybody did. Yeah.
So Cave Cop washes his face in a bird bath that's hanging from the ceiling.
He hears a scary noise, and then
And
It
he
was
goes to
the
investigate.
rumble in his tummy from the Fig Newtons.
oh
No, from the lack of Fig Newtons.
Yeah, he was starving.
His food bar was low.
Yeah. He's playing on hardcore mode.
So he goes and follows a light to somewhere, and we see a guy who seems to be like embedded in the wall.
Yeah, straight out of Alien, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Annihilation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just part of the wall. Okay, so I don't know the budget for this movie. I don't care. They do this thing where every now and then they like put the camera on him and then they shake it around and he screams and they play this noise like something is tightening around him.
Mhm.
But nothing happens to any of the props around him.
Yeah, they just kind of shake the camera.
They don't show anything moving, like no vines are doing nothing. They just play like a tightening noise, like ropes tightening or vines tightening, and they shake the camera real hard.
I also think this is the first time we actually get any dialogue in the movie, and I think at this point we realized there was no sound on set. Every voice line is dubbed.
Either that or we watched the English version.
But like the mouth movements looked like English.
The mouth movements
words.
do look English.
It's just the voice doesn't quite match up to everything else.
No. So if so this is allegedly, I guess. I mean, there's a French version of this film. So I'm wondering if they filmed two versions with dialogue. Because there's not a ton of dialogue scenes.
No.
Right.
So they may have just been like, do the English version. All right, we'll take it back and we'll do the French version.
The English dialogue too feels like it's translated from something.
Yeah. And
It doesn't feel like very genuine.
No, and it's super 80 yard, like automatic dialogue replacement, which just means they filmed it and they cut all the sound and then they put in the guy talking later, like saying his lines again later.
And to the movie's credit, the dialogue sounds pretty bad, but I actually think the Foley and the music in this movie is pretty good, at least in my opinion.
I liked it.
Yeah, the sound design other than dialogue is great.
We meet the guy who is tied up with a weird fungal tree growth around him, and he talks about that he alerted everyone on the surface and everyone knows now or something like that. We don't know who this guy is. In fact, we didn't figure out who he was
Until
we looked at the scene selection, but we do see him later. I just didn't recognize him.
yeah.
But he's talking about all that, and he recommends that our protagonist kill himself, which I think later we all agreed with, but for unrelated reasons.
Yeah.
Probably should have just killed himself right there.
But then there's a spooky noise, and his narcolepsy kicks in because he passes out.
He takes a nap.
That's
So-
his transition from
From that, and then he's somewhere
scene A
else,
to
right?
scene B.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And it happens several times from B to C and then C to D.
And then he's crawling in
Oh, he's fast traveling. That's what it is.
That's what it is. It's the Skyrim loading screens.
Yeah.
Fast
So
travel.
then, because then he wakes up and he's in a vent.
Oh, you're finally awake.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'd be
You got
pissed.
caught trying to cross Eden's Law. And then he crawls down the vent and ends up in a box. And then
Yeah.
that box ends up next to another box with another guy in that box.
on
So
some
we
sort of
swi-
zip line.
So he swings his box.
So he swings his massive box around, and the box, I guess, falls, and then he passes
another
out
nap.
again.
Yep.
He fast travels.
Fast travels through the basement. Like,
And so this is when we figure out, we see the -4 right on the wall. So we know that he's underground somewhere.
Underground somewhere.
Again, the movie, we know it now, but the movie's pretty obtuse. It doesn't give you a whole lot. It parses out information and then gives you a big exposition dump.
There's like it goes like long stretch of something, a little action, exposition. Long stretch of something, little action, exposition dump.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's just kind of like a repeated pattern that's going to just keep happening. And the lighting hasn't gotten better. There's just tons and tons of like super hard lighting. Well, not even tons and tons. There's like 2 lights on set and they're just kind of pointed in random directions.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're very clearly trying to hide the sets.
Maybe, but like the set decoration's pretty good. I mean, this set feels...
I think that's why it looks so good though, is because all the good stuff is lit and then they obfuscate everything else. That's my theory though, at least. It seems like it's a director that knows how to work within his limitations, whether you like it or not. Like he knew what he was doing, I think.
Yeah, like this set feels small, but they really know. Okay, so we're going to get a big exposition dump. He walked past a -4.
Clovis Cornlillick.
That's the name you said. That's not a real name.
A film.
that was the director.
A film by Frank Vestiel.
Sure.
Oh, I guess that's the main actor then.
He walks past in -4, so now we assume he's somewhere in a basement.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's really cold.
Or it could be the temperature. And he walks into a like a room that has like plastic kind of all over it.
Like a makeshift clean room.
Like a makeshift clean room, yeah. He sees a scientist, or we assume scientist, someone in like another white jumpsuit laying on the floor. There's like a little futuristic data pad thing, and he activates it, and it plays another projector image thing. And it's security footage, right?
Yeah, and this is also cool because he has to because it's projecting somewhere, so he has to look at the projector and place obstruction so we can actually see what the projector is projecting.
Yeah, because like the projector's projecting into nothing. So he puts up like these panels so that he can see, so that the projector can project onto those panels so he can see what's going on. And he sees the scientist that's lying on the ground yelling about something like, I'm going to tell the surface about what's going on down here. And then there's a computer being like, no, don't do that. You're a bitch. And then
you don't have authorization to do that.
You don't have authorization to do that. And
he's the Red Queen from Resident Evil.
Oh yeah,
it's like Shodan,
kind of. Actually, I thought. Speaking of Shodan, I actually thought the voice, the lady that shows up, her voice was kind of like Shodan.
I thought she was more like the Turok lady, but I don't know. I might be misremembering that. I'm not even sure if she's British now.
So it's the technology too, right? So he activates the security camera.
But his hand doesn't work on that, so he doesn't have that authorization.
So not there.
The guy died with his hand in there.
But we wouldn't know he would have any authorization at this point. We don't know what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But he takes the memory card of the security footage with him.
Again, there's another video game thing. PS2 memory cards.
Tries his own hand and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
His access denied.
Yeah. So he leaves up a ladder.
Oh, but we do see in the security footage that the SWAT team shows up and shoots the dead scientist. So we know that they're getting
cheeks in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear a little bit of dialogue, but it's kind of somewhat corrupted that we know the SWAT team is down there purging some of the technicians that were working.
And the SWAT team talks about who they're looking for. They're looking for the architect and the intruder.
Right. Which we weren't sure if those were 2 separate people at this point.
Right. But
we actually, and again, we met the architect earlier. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah. And in the security footage, we also see some of the SWAT team leaving up a ladder. And then he goes, ooh, ladder. And then he finds that ladder and goes up it.
And now he's on -3.
Now he's on -3.
So now at this point, we're pretty sure he's underground and he's moving up through the stories of this facility. Again, another Resident Evil thing.
This feels like the first Resident Evil movie, yeah. So he walks up through another bit of cave and he hears some people and he's like, ooh, people. But then he goes and looks over and he sees that they are the SWAT team from earlier. And so he's wearing a flashlight. So it's really clever. So he has to hide his flashlight.
Well, we were saying the whole time during it, just turn out the fucking flashlight. You're clearly hiding, man.
And then he finally covers it with his hand and is real sneaky. And the SWAT team passes right by him to go back to the ladder.
Yeah, the intruder, which we never really Do we find out who that is?
It's got to be the woman.
It's got, no, the intruder's got, no, because she's a botanist down there. It's
Oh,
got to
yeah.
be the architect and the intruder are the same person.
Maybe.
Because he sneaks in there to tell the surface, even though... Actually, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
No, because we eventually find out who he is. But
he's not either.
no.
But if the architect is the intruder and he snuck down into the lab to tell the... Why would he sneak down into the lab? If he built the place, why does he need to sneak down into the lab to tell everyone on the surface what's going on?
Maybe the scientist guy is the intruder.
No. It's explained in one of the lore dumps that he's the one who knows the most about it. So he goes down to check it out to see what's going on.
Oh.
And because something is happening. We don't know what that something is yet, but we'll find out later. Meanwhile, our protagonist, I guess,
For now,
is in a big white room. He sees the cables that spawned in the movie The Scribbler.
Oh, yeah.
After that woman lobotomizes herself with electrocution. And then he hears the SWAT team coming back. So he climbs a ladder that just goes to the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
And the SWAT team's yelling about...
They're not really yelling. They're bitching. They're kind of just like complaining about like all the shit they're having to deal with down there and stuff like that.
Yeah, it feels like they're on their 16-hour of overtime.
Yeah,
They're
they're
just
all
ready
just
to go
like
home.
disheveled. Like they haven't made any progress finding whoever broke in there. And then we hear that creepy growl noise again. And one of the guys just kind of looks out the door and is like, just shut up. And he throws like some food, I guess, to whatever's growling.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, so they're working together, you know?
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like the cave
SWAT.
cops.
The cave SWAT has like a zombie gimp or something like that.
Yeah, K9 unit.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. I think they've just been down there searching for so long that they've kind of gotten used to the danger around them.
Right.
That was kind of more the vibe I got later as the movie goes on. But at this point, it's like, oh, they got like men as genetically altered men as like search dogs or something like that.
We again, not sure.
It's so obfuscated. Like the movie has given us so little at this point.
Yeah, but Jason Bourne mixed with the Predator is up in the rafters. And he is trying to escape from SWAT, so he sprays them with like a fire extinguisher from the ceiling.
Yep.
Like an exhaust fan.
Yeah, like an exhaust fan or something.
It's the dryer vent. They were doing laundry upstairs.
Yes. He jumps down, pushes a guy with a shield just down,
And
then runs past what I thought was a cave dog, but it appears to be like a mutated person.
it's like a zombie man.
In chains.
Yeah, and then he runs up
It's like a man bear
a
pig.
tube full of tubes, and then the cave dog chases after him. So he like lets go of like the walls in the tube and just like jackknifes straight into this dog.
That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie.
Well, I like it because you can tell what's happening also.
But I've never seen that before. Usually when you're like in a claustrophobic space, like trying to get away, you're just so focused on getting away.
Well, yeah, but what I was expecting him to do is just like do this one, a little
Yeah,
bit.
or,
Like,
or,
yeah.
like kick
him in
a
the
little bit.
face.
No, he just straight drops with his
Just
full body
cannonballs
weight.
Yeah.
I also, again, this is where like the good Foley in the movie comes because you hear like the and it's like whimpering, the zombie man's whimpering down there, and it's just like, man, that sounded like it hurt.
It is a zombie man, but we did call them dog the entire time, or dogs.
Yeah.
Because they run on all fours, kind of, too. I think that guy had a harness on. Was that what that cable was hanging down to his back?
It looked like it.
Maybe.
I think that was a
Maybe.
stunt man. Also, there's a person up in the left
Oh
corner.
yeah, I didn't see that first time.
Anyway,
So he climbs up his tube.
yep.
Makes it to -2.
His tube. Keep his tube in mind because that's gonna his tubes comes up again later in a very gross way. But he climbs up and he gets attacked by more dogs, and then he is rescued by someone.
Yeah.
What was the woman from Mass Effect? That woman alien.
Tally.
Yeah, that had like the visor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tally.
yeah, yeah.
Tally.
So
Something
alternate
Ross Nemo.
Talia.
alternate skin Tali or Talia, whatever her name is just in solid white and comes and rescue / abducts.
Yeah, not very specific. He's saved, but he's not. He's saved from the monsters, not from her necessarily.
Yeah.
So I think what happened is she played a sound,
Yep.
which drove the dogs away.
Yep.
But
But also drove
gave
him
a
insane.
headache. Gave him a headache.
It made him pass out when she threw a net on him, and he fast traveled into the room.
Yeah, that's right. His narcolepsy. His narcolepsy unrelatedly flared up there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, so maybe that's why he was affected by the sound, because we don't know this yet, but he's infected. I'm
does he
literally
get
formulating this thought right now.
But does he get infected early on?
Yeah, because
or
remember,
does he get infected when he gets scratched later on?
No, I think he got infected. Jumped to the very end of the movie when he has he's looking at the body cam footage and he like.
Oh, that's right. He gets fucked up like right away.
Yeah, he has the Y on his armor, and then his friend who's body cam footage, and then he's already like bleeding out in the corner there, and his friend goes to get help, and then he attacks his friend. That's at the end of the movie. Spoiler, but
okay.
So he's abducted by who I think talks like Shodan.
And is a trapeze artist.
Yeah, for some reason.
I still don't get that. Yeah.
I don't understand either. Like, why won't she
What is
just
she doing
touch the
right
floor?
now?
I don't
What
know.
is she doing?
Maybe she's gone crazy.
Trying to get a head rush.
Maybe she's infected right now, but it's like just a little bit.
No, she's not infected.
That's why
because we
she's-
find out later.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but like maybe she is. Maybe it's unrelated to how she does get infected.
Anyway,
Oh, my God.
homeboy he's in the net from Return of the Jedi,
Waterworld.
and he's refusing to talk to her for some reason for a little while.
He's Mad Maxing it.
I guess that's it.
She is just nonstop talking though.
Oh, she does
And
give him a Cliff Bar though. That was nice.
Yeah.
She does give him a little Cliff Bar, so he has a little something to eat, some Fig
Something,
Newtons. And then she's trying to talk to him. He won't say nothing, so she goes over and tries to like wrestle him or something, and is like, "Hey, I want to do experiments on you." And he goes, he finally says something. I don't remember what. Doesn't matter.
He says, "Let me out." Like,
Yeah, so she does. She lets him out, and then she's like, "I know that I've captured you, and I know you're confused and scared, but can I do experiments on you?"
And he's like, "Hey, I got nothing going on."
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
fuck it, whatever." And so
Oh, she does say she's a botanist down here though. So
Yeah.
whatever this facility is, we know it has technicians and botanists and spines and a SWAT team
yeah, it's
Yes.
heavy security.
and zombie dogs.
and zombie dogs.
And her costume, I don't know, is really weird. No one else has anything like this in the entire like area. Like none of the other scientists, none of the other botanists, none of the other people we see that are dead wear anything like this. And no one else, as far as I know, is suspended from the ceiling.
I still don't get it. Why is she's just dancing around up there?
I know.
She has like a kit or something, like a box that.
But yeah,
she
and all
has
and all of her
food and
handles are up
supplies.
there too.
I wonder because sometimes the creatures get in.
If they can't like get up there,
Yeah,
Man, that is so much concrete on his hair, man. I swear.
I think that's what it is. Because she's in like a tent. It's not a room.
Yeah, she's
It's
in
like
a
a-
tent in a
it's like a
salt
tarp.
mine or something somewhere.
But I'm feeling like you can't get up there, so maybe she just uses it to stay off the ground.
maybe.
I feel like
Keep her
she's gonna
supplies
have,
up there,
she has
but-
like the most massive wedgie if that's just how she hangs out all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be some chafing going on.
Oh yeah. I hope she rubbed some baby powder on her hazmat suit before jumping in that thing.
Well, I mean, she
Jesus.
did leave to go get him.
So she
Yep.
can't. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it either.
Not
So-
explained. The trapeze are not explained. Director
Frank.
Frank Vestile, please explain the trapeze.
So she says, "I want to do an experiment on you," and then shows him a like clean box, like a glove box,
And a dead tree.
and a dead tree. And then she suspends him from the ceiling for some reason. Like, you ever see that old picture of it's like a LAN party, and there's a kid like taped to the ceiling?
Oh.
What? you gotta cut the picture in.
I'll cut the picture in.
So she gives him a brain aneurysm.
She injects him with green Kool-Aid.
Is that supposed to be like the tree sap?
Yeah. I think it is.
Sure.
I think she's wondering why he's running around and he's
Oh,
not.
and then it turns black. I didn't even notice that.
He's not
Which
a
I think that's
zombie
his
yet.
blood. The tree sap goes into him, but then
It
the
comes
blood,
back out.
his blood comes back out and it makes the tree blossom leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's supposed to kill the tree, I think, but it makes the tree grow. And crazy enough,
No. So like she's confused why he's not a zombie dog. And that's
Right.
why she's putting the sap into him to see like if he's immune to it or whatnot. 'Cause
Oh,
I think
right.
sap is turning people to zombies.
Why did he agree to this?
I don't know. But
Good Lord, what's going on?
it sort of backfired and
I think the sap does do. I think you're right. I think
he
you're right.
reacted to the tree and made the tree actually grow.
Right.
So we know that he sort of is immune or an anomaly at least.
Not entirely immune.
Not entirely immune.
No.
Something's going on there.
He's special.
Yeah.
He's
a special guy.
Little bit of Neo, a little bit of the Chosen One.
It's our special little guy.
That's never explained either. Why he's
No.
Is
No.
it? Or
No.
we're missing something.
I feel like we're missing a lot.
Yeah, the movie
they
definitely doesn't give you a
didn't
lot.
want to explain or couldn't or something.
I don't get it too because she sees this happening and then all of a sudden, the Demodogs attack, right?
Yeah.
And she just dips.
And she's like,
Well, she has to make him a trapeze artist first.
yeah, she locks him in a trapeze for some reason. And then she's like, haha, psych, I'm cheesing it out of here, bitch.
And then escapes through the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, to somewhere.
So I don't know how he got tricked into getting in the trapeze. That seems dumb.
He was all fucked up from the tree sap.
He fast traveled from the duct tape to the trapeze.
Yeah, he took a nap again.
Yeah.
But a big dog that does big dog shit breaks in.
Through the floor.
Through the floor, but through a different part of the floor?
That's why I think they come in kind of regularly.
Yeah, through a different part of the floor.
Like it's not like he kicked an opening. It wasn't a door or a hatch or anything.
Now we haven't been able. I'm in the camp that these dogs are blind.
I don't think so, because the dog is gonna look up.
Yeah.
The
I think
dog's
they
looking at
probably
the
can't see well.
Yeah, but I thought maybe that's why she's on the ceiling is because they don't hear her stomping around or anything in her little thing.
Oh yeah,
Her cube.
maybe she doesn't make noise from stomping.
And I feel like she could just zip to one side or the other, you know? Like they can't get her.
That's true, but I mean, it's not like she's trying to be quiet in there. She's still talking and she's conducting weird
doing science.
botany experiments and
Dog breaks in. Our protagonist, Jason Bourne, grabs some twine
yep.
and defeats the zombie individual by doing a little light bondage.
Yeah, like hog ties him.
Yeah,
It's pretty hot. Unfortunately, the movie's going to ruin it here in about 5 minutes. But
he does some hibari and mounts the dog person to the ceiling.
And then dips through the floor hole.
And then dips through the floor hole to go follow
in the crawl space.
Yeah, to go follow botanist woman.
Yeah. Who's now under attack.
who's now under attack by several more zombie dogs.
Is that botanist woman under attack?
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, okay.
That's definitely her.
I don't get that either. Did they jump through the dirt? Like
I don't know.
it kind of looked like it, but I
Did
don't
he like
believe
crawl between
that.
his legs?
Yeah.
Nutmegged him.
There's some
God.
weird action shots here.
I actually did kind of like the more atmospheric and mystery bits of this movie, the action scenes, because especially whoever's holding the camera is it's so shaky. You can't see a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
In the mosh pit. It's just
Also, I mean, even if you could see anything in this action scene, like he's just getting pushed over a bunch, which is not very compelling.
No, not
Exciting
particularly. But so
But he does have a moment where after he ties up the first dog man, he like looks at his hands and we were like, is he infected? And it's like, I think we was just like, how did I know how to do rope jujitsu?
that was a triple twist Windsor.
Yeah,
How
how
do
do
I
I know how to tie that knot?
That was me.
So he kind of does nothing to the dogs. There's 3 dogs beating his meat. Cheeks, not meat. Shouldn't have said that.
But then we hear some screaming and some shaky cam off in the distance. And I don't think this has ever actually paid off. If there's like
No.
a monster down there, maybe that was the monster coming out of him or...
It sounded like a bigger
Yeah, maybe I was just thinking like 28 years later, but like one of the alpha variants or something.
Yeah. Something that the other 3 were scared of.
So he follows the botanist and
He has a...
An elevator.
Yeah.
to an elevator.
And he has a vision.
Yeah, she's trying to keep him out though, but he kicks his way in.
Mhm.
And then the botanist is he has a vision of
Sorry.
stuff.
Of the architect from the first scene, who we don't know is the architect yet, but the guy in the first scene that claimed that he told the surface about everything, ripping out branches out of his exposed stomach cavity. And he's clearly kind of going mad in this scene when he's in the elevator with this woman, and it's about as bad as you think it's going to
He
be.
walks over to Lady, takes off her helmet. They start making out, and it's getting hot and heavy, but we're getting glimpses of what's actually happening. And so he thinks in his mind that they're having a nice consensual soiree in the elevator, in the loading screen. But it turns out he's just kind of violently raping her.
With his clothes on, and her clothes on too, and
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
it's pretty gross.
It's I don't think it really needed to happen.
No, he could have just roughed her up.
Especially because he goes mad later several times in the movie, and he doesn't like if he raped one of the zombie dogs or something like that. At least, but it's just gross. It's very gross.
Yeah, because like the
Kind of made us turn on this guy a little bit. We don't know anything about him now, but he kind of hard to root for.
yeah, he's not
hero
really the
here.
hero. And then once you find out what happens later, he's definitely not the hero.
Yeah, no, he's definitely the villain of it, I guess. It's just really hard. It's so distasteful. It's just gross.
Yeah. So I think he apologizes.
He looks remorseful
I guess so.
She's cowering
for
in a
about
corner.
5 minutes. Yeah.
But
He's not like he handles it with any more like grace or care, or handles her more gently after that happens.
No.
no, he stays a prick.
I guess I know that he was also like going mad because of the whatever infection that we don't know yet is going on down there. It's just gross. Didn't need to happen.
So the loading screen finishes. The elevator gets to
It's level 800.
well, yeah. So the elevator's been going for like 5 minutes.
The
But it only
entire
goes up one
scene.
floor.
It goes up one floor. We see like dozens of lights
We
pass.
really do see a lot of lights pass.
And the elevator stops, but I guess doesn't open. So he has to go through the top of the elevator and get out the elevator shaft.
Oh, it stopped at a bunch of roots.
Oh, that's why.
That makes sense.
Crashed
So
into it.
which floor are we on now? 2?
We're on -2.
Or -2? And this floor is completely overrun with these roots and water, and it's yeah, this is definitely like the floor wherever this outbreak is happening. It's definitely like maybe not started here, but this is probably the worst it is in the facility.
Yeah. So he gets up, looks around, looks at his own hands, and then decides to help botanist lady out. And she got tarred and feathered. There's a bunch of shit in her hair. I don't quite understand what that's from.
Yeah.
Is it asbestos? Is it down?
Maybe he ripped her jacket because it looks all.
Oh, yeah,
Is that what
maybe.
it's supposed to be?
Maybe it's just the stuffing from her jacket.
Oh, so it is. Oh, so it is down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just making a joke, but God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he ripped her jacket.
He helps her up. And because, I mean, like, I don't know.
That's a weird detail to put in there, though. Like that's
A little bit.
of all the continuity stuff, like that. You're like
We
the
have
stuffing in her jacket
make
needs
sure
to be
to
in her hair all the
put
time.
down in her dreadlocks.
Weird.
Also, are the dreadlocks supposed to be like indication that she's been surviving down there so long that her hair?
That was my question. So when he sees the scientist's body, right?
Uh-huh.
That thing looked like
was
6
desiccated.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah.
It looked like he just died. Like
Yeah,
this thing
like it's
happened like
still
5
warm.
hours ago.
No, I don't think it's an indication that she's been there a while. I think it's an indication she just really likes 311.
That could be it. Or she just has helmet hair. That's what
She's
it
just
is.
she's just a hippie.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's been since the outbreak or since he's lost his memory.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Any of that shit. It
They
could have
don't-
been weeks. It could have been.
They
An
go
hour
into
ago.
they go into their first water level, and there's overgrown branches and water, big like lake of water everywhere. And she's sleeping. I don't know how the fuck she could sleep around him.
Yeah, fuck no.
She almost gets hurt from it.
Yeah, and he has another little like freak out, and it just keeps showing him like freaking out, and then showing a shot of her sleeping, and then like back and forth, and we're like, oh god, again.
Yeah, that's really what it felt like.
But I guess this is intended to be like, oh, he's controlling himself. He's actually not a bad guy after all.
I hope not.
And then it cuts like just hard cut to her like waking up, not able to speak, and it turns out his hand is over her mouth. And she freaks out and stabs him with a vape. And camera goes over and shows a dog drinking from the river
across the way, yeah.
on the other side of this big pool of water.
And he's just trying to keep her quiet.
Yeah, he was actually trying to be a good guy and keep her quiet. And you know what you get for being a good guy? You get stabbed in the hand by this fucking bitch.
I just connected that the stab in his hand is why his hand doesn't work for the rest of the shit.
But it didn't work at the other one earlier.
Yeah, I don't think he had access to that one.
Maybe he just didn't have access to that. Yeah.
But I think the next one it doesn't work for him.
But she stabs the outside of his hand, not the inside.
You could see it's like a big circle, like a cigar burn.
Yeah, but he has so he wraps it up with a towel or something. And he finds the hidden crank and presses F to drain the water.
He finds the valve puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Resident Evil crank valve puzzle.
I was thinking just Half-Life, but
Yeah, Skyrim does it too.
oh, that's true. Actually, they do. But that drains the water, so they're able to get around a little easier, and so they can find the body of the chief technician.
He punches a door.
He goes caveman mode for a second.
He really does. He's like, he's a very caveman.
good work.
He doesn't know how to interact with anything.
Okay, so we walk up to this door. It's like a plexiglass door, and he goes, but in the frame, if you just he's right here, and if you just look right here, there's a hole in the wall, and he just crawls through it.
Yeah.
So the caveman shit was what?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, he finds the chief technician who's been like completely like surrounded. His body is like surrounded by the roots of this plant, and we get a really frustrating exposition dump here because what happens is the girl and him are in this room and they're playing this projector over his face. And while this is all going on, they get heard by the zombie dogs, and they're trying to break in.
So there's this banging from the zombie dogs over this big exposition dump.
Where we're trying to figure out what the hell is going on because we've been watching this movie for an hour now. And we're like, okay, we know we're underground. We know there's tree roots, and we know there's a SWAT team. Like, we don't have any information yet. Like, we have so little to go off of.
Yeah.
And while they're giving it to us, there's a chase scene happening.
Yes, there's like a survival chase scene happening. There's all this noise. I mean, I guess something is happening at least while there's this thing, but it's too much, and it's hard to concentrate on one or the other.
Mm-hmm. It goes on way too long.
It also goes on. All of these exposition dumps go on way too long.
3-4 minutes at a time, using words we've never heard before.
Right.
Like acronyms. I'm like, I felt like I missed the training session.
So Osama bin Laden is trying to tell these two, I think, I don't remember if this is where they talk about like what is happening with the tree.
So what we learned a little bit. We learned that there's a tree, and they're using the roots to build like energy to power the world.
Right.
They're using like sap from the roots, but it's all a lie. We don't think we learned yet what the lie is. But there's something more nefarious happening here, and that's causing the zombie outbreak, and that they're kind of all doomed. And he's like the last line or something, and they're all getting sealed down there to like basically just like there's no rescue coming or anything like that. I think was the other thing that he says because of the whatever's happening.
So he hulks out. He goes angry mode again.
We think he's gonna rape that poor woman again,
but he puts her in a box.
He puts that box in another box.
And then he stabs a zombie with his fingers in its face.
Yeah.
I guess that quenches his bloodlust.
And he's able to control the bloodlust is kind of what I'm getting from that.
Okay.
I guess. He gets the lady out of the box, and they go and fuck off, and they do something else.
And I didn't learn a goddamn thing.
I don't feel like I learned more. No.
Yeah.
From the exposition dump.
Yeah. I feel like the head technician guy like sacrificed himself for some reason.
I think he sacrificed himself.
I got that vibe.
To seal off the facility or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he had to like
outbreak.
become enmeshed or entwined, whatever word he used, with the tree. And so the tree like stuck its roots inside of him. So we get some more cool scenes. Like the lighting in some of this and the scene, like the actual like the shots are kind of nice.
Yeah, I like it.
It's these really like fun artsy shots in between these long periods of whatever the fuck. Like I said, something happens, action, exposition dump. Something happens, action, exposition dump.
Yeah, but that's something happening is usually just the kind of like vibe.
It's walking to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a loading screen.
I will say though that the Curse of Dinosaur Hotel and the not closing doors does rear its ugly head here though.
Yeah, because they open a big door, and the lady even says like, "Oh, they left all the doors open," and then they just leave the doors open. Like there was a bunch of zombies behind them.
Yeah,
and there's a big ass door that they could have closed, and they
steal all
don't.
the zombies.
Yeah. So they run through the sewers, and then they find a projector laying on the ground.
No, it's the body cam.
Yeah, the body cam footage of the SWAT guy that died.
But
there.
is it the SWAT guy or is like what?
Yeah.
So
he just like punches it and it turns on.
Yeah.
it feels a little like how Doom Guy gets things to work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or he's just like
Yeah, he's a grunt kind of dude.
Well, we actually learned that actually is
Yeah.
appropriate for his character, but we don't know what his character is yet.
Yeah, we just kind of think he's a dick,
You think he's a rapist dick, but
like a caveman. Like he just walked up to him and was like, and then it started playing, and he was like, "Oh shit,
So I fixed it. And
I fixed it."
then he takes I think he takes the card too
yeah, so
from
Yeah.
this dude. So it's like he's saving these memory cards and trying to piece things together. But
It's so sparse right
he's,
now.
He's got the gray key that opens the gray door.
yeah,
So yeah, we touched on this a little bit. The movie is kind of in black and white,
There is
or at least heavily desaturated
To basically being black and white.
to basically being black and white. Yeah, there's like some hints of color every now and then. Like if his arm is lit well enough, it's like pinkish. And then like the tree that we saw grow earlier was nice and brightly colored, but that was clearly CGI.
When he had his rage induced rape his memory or his perspective of everything was black and white, but then when it cut to the real world, what was actually happening, it was red.
Yeah. So they run up. Fuck, I don't even know what that's supposed to be. It looks like they're
oil.
shooting like like an abandoned oil or abandoned like rocket silo.
yeah, lighthouse, like the spiral staircase.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're supposed to be directly below the roots of the tree at this point. And we do see some more of those boxes that keep showing up that have people inside them.
Yeah.
I think the movie's kind of hinting at that is some part of the operation that's happening here.
They find okay, so they're
Like
in
all
this.
hell breaks out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got SWAT team coming from
And dogs.
above and dogs from below. It's not really a big deal though because they managed to escape.
They're just
They're right in the
gonna, just gonna saunter away.
They do that thing in like Fallout when the Brotherhood runs into the Legion. Like,
Oh yeah.
and they just stand back and let them kill each other.
Yeah.
This feels almost like Scooby Doo though, because it feels like there's someone running on the ceiling and someone running on the floor, and then they're running in the middle, and then there's
It's hard to tell
more
who's
again, and then
doing
they
what.
do some parkour, and they run down some more, and he yells at her to never go back.
Oh yeah, she's trying to go back, I think, to her lab space. And he's like, don't go back. Like, we need to move forward.
Always
We need
forward.
up.
We need to get out of here, which I kind of agree with. Like, what are you doing? But
And then she starts having a seizure or doing some interpretive dance up a staircase.
Yep.
And he's kind of just watching this, like super dead-eyed, like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. He does the Kubrick stare a few times.
This is when she tells him, like, don't you know, like, what they're doing in the boxes?
oh yeah, this is where we finally get something happening where she says that the humans are the batteries, not the tree.
Yeah. So the people in boxes are powering the city?
Yep.
Yeah.
Matrix, baby.
They're the humans in the boxes are doing something.
And they're the government or whoever is saying that it's
We luckily
the tree?
we luckily get a nice diagram at the end of the movie that shows exactly what's happening.
Exactly what's happening.
Which is nice because I didn't know what the hell was happening through the entire movie. It waited till the last 5 minutes, but
So she's having some issues, and he just goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And it turns out she may be infected or is for sure
she's
infected.
definitely infected.
She's definitely infected. And she's becoming a Hulk monster, kind of like him. Whether she can control it or not is not super obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And she hulks out and kind of pats him on the back of the head a few times.
They get into a bit of a fight, which I mean, she is more than justified.
Yeah, we were rooting
beating
for her.
cheeks.
Yeah,
Like, kick his ass.
She's now
Like-
going to become a weird zombie monster because he raped her.
Oh, is that how she got infected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Oh,
Yeah.
you couldn't have just like scratched her or something? Jesus
Well,
fucking
I thought-
Christ.
At first, I thought earlier remember when before she got put in the cube?
Yeah.
She was like screaming, come save me. I thought that's when it happened.
oh,
But then he said, I'm sorry. So I kind of think it was him.
Yeah, that was my thought the whole time.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
sucks,
fucking
right?
God.
That's fucking blows.
That's why she beat his ass.
I think that's why she beat his ass. Yeah. Otherwise, like, why would she be so angry?
Good Lord. Okay.
But before, and then she like runs away.
She doesn't finish the job.
No, but
like she would be more than righteous to do
She
so.
should've, yeah.
But before she runs away, she throws him a computer chip via shuriken.
She throws him her ID card.
Yeah.
So he's collected all the Pokemon cards and can now unlock the secret to the facility or something.
He's got
like
all
They call
the
them
keys.
memories.
Yeah, memory sticks.
Yeah,
Or,
it's the body cam footage.
Yeah.
Security footage. So he's got them all. And he's thinking about what he did, as he should. I don't know what happens next.
So what
Control
happens
room?
is he goes back to the lighthouse thing, and the SWAT team is clashing with the zombie dogs.
He sneaks past, uses level 100 sneak.
Yep.
Just crouches.
Yep.
Yeah, he crouches to get by
Crouch
him.
walks past them up to another guy who's like a little bit above them, one of the SWAT guys, and he takes off his glove to go use a scanner, and he's weirdly calm about it.
Yeah.
And he uses his level 100 sneak to break his neck and steal his ID card, I guess.
Stealth kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think he just opened the door
Oh, with his hand.
and then he broke his neck.
Yeah, the security guard opened the door and then he broke his neck to enter the door.
Yep.
So now he's in the control room, like the brains of this whole operation. And this is where we start to kind of finally the movie starts piecing itself together a little bit.
We are going to get a lot of dots connected. Kind of. The movie doesn't really hold your hand.
It really, you need to pay attention because I
And-
apparently missed a ton.
I
Same.
kind of like that, but it does feel like it tried to obfuscate some of the things a little too much. So it feels a little too like hidden, I guess, to me. Like Gareth obviously didn't pay close enough attention, so he missed quite a few things.
Obviously.
And
Or I maybe suppressed those memories.
but like
I want the movie to hold my fucking hand.
I know I was like trying my hardest to pay attention. Even there's still some things where I'm like, I'm not sure. Like I'm not 100% sure what a lot of what's happening here.
He's just playing
this
the
is
footage.
Yeah, this is body cam footage. So he get footage of the manifesto of the architect that like this has all gone horribly wrong, that this is like a human rights crisis violation, that he's going to shut it down. We also are playing body cam footage of the SWAT team infiltrating the facility and that the roots are infecting these people and that's what's causing the outbreak.
Well, they're talking about how they're stealing more sap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
we
the
get-
tree is like defending itself.
And we get some more context on the scientist guy, the fresh body that we found earlier. We get to see the entirety of the security cam footage that happens there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't really get more perspective. We just get that whole thing played again
But
in
we
better
do
detail.
but that is what is the opus to get the plot twist though of the movie, which is that he sees that they have these Tetris symbols on their chests that denote which one they are, like who they are in the rank wise. And we see one of them has like this weird Tetris staircase thing, and we jump to his body cam footage and we can see who he's talking to has a Y, like a Y symbol. And when our protagonist sticks his hand in the reader, the Y symbol on the wall lights up, denoting that he is actually the person that's in charge. He was the leader of the SWAT team that came down to pacify the facility.
He is the one who kills Asian scientist.
Yes.
Yep.
So like he was saying, it's going to light up his thing on the wall. He's going to watch his own body cam footage. He's going to put two and two together. First, that he is Y. And then he watches himself basically murder that scientist he saw earlier. And he's like, oh, shit. And then he watches some more body cam footage of his buddy being like, hey, man, we got to go. But then he sees the same person with the Y fuck up his buddy. Or no. His buddy fucks him up, doesn't he?
No. He fucks up his buddy. He's like infected or something. He's gotten hurt or infected or something like that. His buddy's trying to rescue him, and then he fucks up his buddy. That's how he loses his memory. And
Yeah.
he wakes up in a pit.
Because there's just like everything that happens takes a long time.
They're so focused on vibe too, which I think is something that they did well.
I think so.
But it is like a mystery to solve, but I think it's just too dense.
I guess maybe this would be.
Which is why they
don't-
put the interactive. This is what happened. I think at the end,
Oh.
I think so.
I think they watched it and they were like, "Oh fuck."
I'd be curious
yeah.
to rewatch this movie and see if there actually are breadcrumb trails to follow.
Yeah.
Like that would point to him being the captain of the SWAT team.
Well, he obviously knows karate and twine jujitsu.
Yeah.
So
was that a hog tie somebody?
He also knows how to get pushed over and how to spray everyone with foam.
yeah,
These are all important characters of a SWAT team leader.
Yeah.
yeah. big pusher guy.
Traits of the chosen one.
Well,
he learns his name.
yeah.
Oh,
And
what's his
then-
name?
I think it's Yarvis or something.
Tokarev.
Yeah.
He's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he's so Timu French Carl Urban discovers his name, and he discovers his symbol and that he's a SWAT team guy. And the SWAT team tries to break in because there's like I said, like we mentioned earlier, the SWAT team is down there fighting dogs. So he sits in his big chair, and then the SWAT team kicks open the door and they go, "Oh hey, you're back."
Yeah, sir. And they like immediately are subordinate to him.
Yeah, and they're like, "What should we do?" And then I guess he fast travels again.
Yep, he fast travels to after the movie, and he's getting one. This is where the very helpful diagram
Yeah.
of what is actually the facility is doing. So what the facility does is they take humans, they infect them with the tree sap that turns them into the zombie dogs that are big superhumans. They then put those big superhumans
Into a box.
No, they put them into a grinder or something like that steals their life. See, yeah, because they got the weird
No,
sun
that's
thing.
infected with the sap.
Yeah, so they're infected with the sap, and then this steals their life force, and then they put their in a box, and then they put
okay.
that box in a tree, and then that
They
powers
decorate
the
the tree.
and then they decorate the tree with dead people Christmas ornaments, and that powers the city.
I need a more detailed diagram.
So people,
Yep.
trees, blender, box.
What is the blender?
Left? I don't know. That's how they get the energy out of the Christmas lights. Profit.
Profit, yeah.
Okay.
But he's getting accommodations for handling that very nicely. I thought
For
he
killing everybody?
I thought he
Like-
completely botched that operation.
Yeah,
But
the
sure.
guy-
I guess
He
employers
killed his
were-
best friend, lost his memory, and then caused a ruckus everywhere.
Yeah.
Also,
Then he
like
got a
on-duty
fucking medal.
SWAT team members shouldn't rape botanists or anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know. He did all that and got a promotion, so he's a cop.
Good for him, bastard. I hope something bad happens to you.
But here's the thing. All right.
I didn't get this part. Yeah.
Because they don't explain what the fuck.
No, I understand. So okay. So they said that all of these people were either sick or immigrants because the Asian scientist was yelling about how like immigrants have rights or something
Yeah.
about immigrants.
Well, yeah, it's like a multinational corporate.
But I think
Nonsense.
what it kind of sounds like to me is that they were using the immigrants there in the boxes. That or they were using the sick people. Because it sounded like it was I think at one point someone said something about sick people and then he yelled something about immigrants. So it might be that they were using them to put them in the boxes to power the city. Right?
Also, I just want to say something that like I was expecting the fucking Erd tree. Like it's a tree that powers a goddamn city. It should be huge, right? It is like your parents' plastic ficus that they have in the corner.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
it's a shitty forest and a ficus.
It's a little let down on the tree.
Yeah, a little letdown. on the
Little
tree.
like that is that.
It's got to be multiple trees. There's lights hanging in all kinds
But
of
like
trees.
only one tree has all the roots, and the rest of them are like aspens.
But the lights are hanging in them.
Lights are hanging in them. Yeah, I think they just couldn't get a big tree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is clearly that they didn't have. They spent all the budget on all the other sets, which probably was the right move, but still, it's
Yeah.
a letdown tree. I wanted to see the Erd tree or the World Spiral tree or something comically huge.
So
I mean, it's going
employee,
to get comically huge.
yeah.
So I
So
guess that's true.
cop of the year leaves the facility that he was in. He finally gets to floor 0 and exits out the front door, only to be greeted by a shitty forest instead of Yggdrasil. And he walks out to see all of these boxes hanging from all of these trees
With dead people in them.
with assumedly dead people in them powering the city, right? Now, he walks out, he gets butt-ass naked, and he digs up a root out of the floor. And he takes that root and he stabs himself in the stomach, and we get a little nice body horror.
You
Now,
get a nice little Windows screensaver.
and then we get the Windows pipe screensaver. But if we remember from earlier, what happened the last time he interacted with a tree?
It cured the tree of the. It made the tree bloom and
grow.
healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
So we zoom out.
Why?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
He's our special
It
little
does
guy.
matter.
He's our special little
He's our
guy.
special little guy. He's got the good
Super
blood.
matters. Why does his blood do that? Hi, Baxter.
Boy.
He wants to know too.
I'm confused because like this seems like a betrayal of the corporate interest.
Yes,
Yes.
no, I think he's
But
definitely feeling
the other
regret.
SWAT team walked him down there. Like, this is something that they were supposed to do.
No, I don't think they were supposed to do. I don't
Or
think.
did he
I think
betray
he-
them at the last
I
minute?
think he betrayed them at the last minute.
Yeah, I think he's
Okay.
going off. I think he's going
He's
off.
going off script.
Yeah.
a little bit.
He's got rogue.
So
But that's not a good option either. He's just like, fuck the whole world.
he kind of, yeah. All right. So he stabs himself in the stomach with a tree root. We zoom out, and the tree is growing very quickly, like ridiculously quickly, because that's what happens with his blood.
That's
for
what
whatever
happens when
reason.
you leave the window screensaver on. Yep.
Yeah. The monitor goes idle and it just starts growing all over the place. So we zoom out, tree's growing, and we see the tree is inside of this big glass dome.
In the Thunderdome.
The tree breaks glass, and then it just continues to keep growing. And we zoom out even further, and we see this glass dome is in the middle of this like city, and
Presumably Eden.
presumably Eden or Eden Log, excuse you.
Well, I think Eden's the city and Log is
The tree?
is the shit that man took all over that city.
No, they say welcome to Eden Log.
Oh.
Like you're gonna come into Eden Log.
See, I was thinking log like you log a journal or something like that.
That's what I thought. But I think that's a translation name.
Maybe.
Probably.
That's what I think.
So the tree continues to grow until it overcomes the entire city, and like all the lights start going out because it just lost its power source, right? And then we zoom out even further, and the tree has overtaken like the whole fucking city,
Mhm.
and it's just grown continuously. And then we get one last shot of him crying, and then hard cut the credits.
The blurriest credits.
Some very blurry credits.
I can't read any of these fucking
I think
names.
it's just how big your TV is.
You don't say that. You don't say
All right. So, unlike most of the movies we've watched, I kind of believe this one it's more artsy, and I believe it has like a bigger point to make than just like action film or fucking Dinosaur Hotel.
Mhm.
I believe this has a bigger message to it. What, if any, would you say that it has?
There's definitely some like anti-corporate messaging in here. And I think there's also some possible environmentalism or something like that, because the idea is like humans are fucking with this tree to power the world, but the ending of the movie is the tree overgrowing the city.
I agree. We're like, humans are messing with something they don't really fully understand, and it bites them in the ass.
Yeah, so one of the things they talk about is they're continuing to pull more and more sap from the tree, and the tree is like fighting back. So that's definitely an environmentalism thing. We're continuing to pull more and more resources out of the earth until we have continued to pollute it enough that it is actively killing people. And we are using the sap that we are pulling from the tree to power the city, right? So we are pulling resources from the earth to power the earth. And then they're using actual people to power the earth. It's like an exploitation of the environment and of the poor and sick.
Yeah,
The working class.
and if it's like general corporate interests as well, I would say.
It's a little muddied, but I think it's there. I do think that it is attempting to make a bigger point about environmentalism, not so much about class.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think, but I think it does go into like the exploitation of the poor a little bit.
It's kind of hard to have when the zombie outbreak happens, like it kind of blurs the line in classes, so it can't really make that argument effectively.
But the zombie outbreak only happens in the tree power plant.
But yeah, I mean, nothing else happens outside. All we see is inside that power plant.
But as far as we know, the city's fine, but the power plant is a little fucked.
It's one of those things where it's like, some of the other movies we're making fun of, this would be more like a debate with if the director was here, if it was like Tokarev would be making fun of him or something like that. But if the director was here, we would be more like discussing it or critiquing it.
Yeah, I'd have a ton of questions.
I'd have a ton of questions.
Like genuine questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to that point, do you feel that whatever point the movie was trying to make, or do you feel like the point the movie was trying to make came across effectively? It made its point effectively.
Mostly, yeah. I think I agree with you. It does get a little bit muddled, especially because trees are a renewable resource.
To an extent.
So using the tree sap is a little weird.
Well, the tree sap is a bigger metaphor for like general Earth resources, like
yeah, like you could
oil.
replace it with
Fucking-
oil, exactly, or
Yeah.
something.
Aaron, what about you? Do you feel whatever message the movie came across? Do you feel like it worked?
I think so. I'm not too sure. I'm on the fence about this movie and my understanding of it. I
Right.
feel like I need to watch this like 3 or 4 more times to kind of get a beat on what's happening.
It would be disappointing to rewatch it again and there like not be a lot of that. It just be maybe it could be just because everything's so obfuscated that
We're
maybe
making something out. We're connecting dots. you
we're
know?
putting dots that weren't maybe there.
Yeah,
Sure.
the question I think you're asking is intent, right? Like,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
that's the part I'm hung up on. Like, could they accidentally make this like metaphor with like a bow on it? Yes.
Because I think I don't think anyone
that
would
the
argue
intent? I don't
that
know.
the execution was very well done. It's just the intent behind the execution, which I'm still kind of confused about.
I have a question about it, so no. Like, it could have
Okay.
come across a little better for me, but I like it when I get my hand held a little more.
To that point, would you rewatch this?
Yeah, I feel like I need to. Like, I actually want to find if there is a original language version of it. I would try to find that.
I would like to find a version with fucking
'Cause
subtitles.
I would really like to read what I'm watching. Look,
There was a couple of points where we could not hear what was going on.
yeah,
By the way, yeah, the subtitles are either you get English audio with Spanish subtitles or French audio with English subtitles.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Why not just let us choose whatever goddamn subtitles we want?
But there is a point where in the water level where they run across, after they drain all the water, they run across a plastic bridge, and the woman just immediately leaves him, and I was like, that's smart. And she yells something.
She wrote something about like an elevator, right?
But because of the audio, I heard vibrator.
An elevator!
A vibrator? What did she say?
An elevator.
No way.
That was an elevator.
She started that word with a V.
a ventilator.
And I was like, all right, you do you, babe. Like, that's cool. But yeah, so like, and some of the audio was just completely unintelligible because one of the things that, like we mentioned earlier, is there's a lot of ADR. Well, at least in the version we saw, the
feel like
entire
if they
thing
were-
is like ADR.
You think if they were doing ADR though, the audio would be really like crystal clear.
Yeah, but what they try to like match the
Like the room.
performance.
Like the room reverb and everything like that too.
Yeah, but like they also try to match the performance. So like what ends up happening is you'll have an actor in the studio and they'll go, okay, they'll play the line and then they'll be like, all right, now it's time for you to record. They'll play it back and they'll try and match what they're saying. But instead of being like, oh yeah, now we need to get to the elevator, it'll be like, oh yeah, now we need to get to the elevator.
Yeah.
For what? And then they're like, all right, that's the take we're using. Fucking print it. Let's go. And it just ends up being worse than whatever was on set. But because this may have been a English dub, we maybe the actors who did it also English wasn't their first language, so we may just got gotten like fucked immediately on that front in terms of intelligibility.
That could actually very well be it. And all the credits were seemingly in French or French names.
Yeah. So we mentioned this a little bit, but Aaron likes to go off of the thing on the back of the box, and we already talked about that, but we didn't read the whole back of the box. So I would like to do
Oh,
that
we
now.
did.
Wait, we did?
We did.
Oh no, you're right. We did. I'm not going to cut that. I'm going to leave that in. I'm stupid as shit.
Think the Bourne identity set in the apocalyptic future with a dash of Predator thrown in for good measure. Who the fuck said that?
Black Book.
Fuck you, Black Book. None of that makes any sense.
Yeah, fuck you, Black Book. That was dumb.
Where's the Predator? It's, I mean, again, I talk about the Descent a lot, but it's the Descent because of the lighting and the monsters.
Yeah.
He has amnesia, but he's a fucking protagonist, and it's
Sounds very Pandorum, yeah.
Yeah, it's Pandorum meets the Descent. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a better
Hire
pull
me,
quote.
Black Box. Fuck you. Jesus.
Yeah. What do you think the movie did well? I'll start with you, Aaron.
The like overall vibe. Like the set, the soundscape, the lighting. I like generally liked being a part of that. I think yeah, I'd just go with that. Yeah. I think they crushed it on that front.
And Gareth.
This, I think, may have been definitely the best movie I think I've watched on the show with you guys. I think mostly this movie succeeds. The only things I think the only technical difficulties were maybe the ADR, and there was some shaky cam that was fucking awful. Some of those awful fight scenes were bad, but generally speaking, I think this movie is a very good execution of an idea.
It is highly stylized.
Very stylized, yeah.
There, you mentioned this earlier, but there's someone with a vision behind this film. I think the beginning is too slow. But maybe it needed to be in order to establish like the idea, like the idea for the rest of the film. I don't know exactly though. I don't know if it needed to be that slow in order to
Yeah, it didn't, because the movie opens to a flash, like this light flashing, and we get like a good 3 or 4 minutes of that before we start seeing like actor names start popping up. It's like, you could probably cut that.
and it just keeps going. And then I'll be real. If I wasn't watching this for this show, I would have given up by the time he before he gets his clothes. And I probably would have clicked off of this and done something else.
The minute he puts his clothes on, I'm out.
I'm checking out.
Yeah. The minute I saw that flash and there was no dong.
A fake dong.
Yep. It's like, is there dong? Is there dong? Ah, no, it's fucking pants.
Yeah. We got that's
0 out of 10. We only stuck with it because they thought we could be dong later, but there was not.
yeah. So
I'm thinking about this. I don't want to jump in, but
go ahead.
That's the whole show. Dude.
I'm
Jump in.
concerned about why his blood, right? I've been trying to think about this, like what exactly is going on with that.
If you got some theories, I would love to hear them.
Is down there in the mud. What if that was like the sap? And the sap got into him. It didn't create like a zombie dog, but actually became like as a next level defense of the tree, like took over his dead body. And
So you think he died at the beginning and
he's
was
the
reanimated
tree
by
the
it?
entire movie. That's why he has no memories. He's just in a body, and that's why he's caveman a little bit, right? Like he has a little tech savvy, but not too much. I thought he was wiring shit, but you're right. It's like a pneumatic tube.
Yeah. He
Just punches things like he just.
yeah, kind of.
And so that's why he ends up going all the way through the memories. He's collecting things and he's learning about humans, but he's been the tree the whole time. Is that crazy?
No, that's actually kind of a cool interpretation of it. I
That
think.
works.
And then he releases the tree at the end himself, right?
That's true.
That's why
actually.
whenever the blood goes back into the tree, it kind of revives it.
Yeah.
There's only one problem that I can think of your theory, and that means that tree is a fucking rapist.
Is a tree though.
The tree was trying to.
So the anger, like the rage, was actually like human instinct that it was fighting against.
Or the tree's just mad because people are...
No. The
Training.
tree was the consciousness, but the body, the human body, was the instinct, which was like the rage moments.
Okay.
Just when he
That's a
attacked,
pretty cool interpretation of it, I would say.
and that's why he instinctually went after a woman.
Well, maybe it was. If you're going with the tree theory, maybe he was trying to make more trees.
That could be it too.
That's a really fucked up way of saying rape.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Like, I like your idea, but I don't like justifying that particular scene.
No, I don't think.
No,
any of us are
there's no
justifying that scene.
justification
That
for
scene sucks. You could cut that scene out, and the movie would be better for
Like
it.
I said, he could have just assaulted her, like just punched her,
Just
and it would have been the
scratch-
same exact.
Just scratch her or something like
Yeah,
that.
even just
can
like when
infect
he
her,
when he
that's it.
kicks her into the elevator the first time, he could have like hulked out and like hit her like really hard against the back of the elevator. And then he could have had his little freak out moment. She still could have cowered in the corner. It would have been fine because now she's afraid of like the strength that he potentially has to kill him or to kill her.
He could have run over there with a chair, like WWE style.
Yeah,
But it
and
could've
then,
same
It's
thing.
also been her gas mask breaking
thing.
could have been what got her infected too.
or the infection
Yeah.
could have happened. Like I don't know if it is required for her to have been infected by him. She could have got infected because like she was saying, she was like, I can't believe I lasted so long in this place without being infected. And now I'm infected. She could have got infected when she got when they were trying to leave out of head engineer's room,
Yeah.
right? And maybe she just didn't notice, and then she noticed at the stairwell and was like, "Oh no!" And then she could have ran away to like maybe save him, because she apparently thinks that he's not infected.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have worked better, I think.
And
That would have made our protagonist more likable, I think.
For sure.
Yeah. But just by the end of the movie, it's like, I don't know. I'm not on his side.
No.
Yeah, it's just, it never really, it stays in the back of your head the whole entire rest of the movie.
Yeah, a
Like
little bit. Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's the SWAT team sent down to, I don't care, like, fucking kill that guy. It's like, oh, he's saving the world with his blood, which I guess maybe is tree sap. I don't care, kill that guy.
No.
Yeah.
So, all right. I agree. I think the style and the vibe of the movie, just the whole thing is really fun. It takes a long time to accept the vibe. You know what I mean? Because you see all that harsh, shitty light, and it's very sparse. And it doesn't immediately feel like a vibe. It feels a little art housey,
Yeah.
but it eventually grows into, like once they start using more than one light on a set, it starts to grow into a nice, like, oh damn, this is like real fucking vibey. Like I understand kind of like what you're going for, and I'm here for it. But it takes a minute to accept. Okay. So I haven't done this for the past couple of videos, but this one I thought about it the entire time. I want to talk about, what do you think this movie got on Rotten Tomatoes? And I want you to give me the average viewer score. So not the critic score.
Okay.
I want the average viewer score. Gareth, what do you think this movie got out of 100%?
Like maybe a little less than 50, like 45 or something like that. I don't think it could get certified fresh or anything like that.
Okay, Aaron.
I was going to say the same, like 40%.
This movie got a 34%.
Yeah, okay.
And that feels right. And some of the critic reviews are, it's kind of cut right down the middle. Kind of the way I feel about this movie. Highly polished, avant-garde, speculative fiction.
Yeah.
And then the next person says, a passable French science fiction film, but far from great. And then Eden Log is frustrating to follow and has a protagonist almost completely devoid of personality. But the protagonist has a visual flair. Eden Log is visually stunning, a bleak trip into a world that's both mesmerizing and terrifying. I don't think that guy watched it. But those are the critic scores, or those are the
I
critic.
think that's pretty fair. It feels like this would be a very divisive movie.
Yeah. I'm divided, like just myself.
Yeah, I'm also divided on like what I think about. Is this an art house? Is this a shitty art house film that's kind of pretentious and has like some meaning that it wants to imply? Or is this a well-crafted and thought out bit of science fiction that has like political commentary in it, or like social commentary in it?
Definitely some light social commentary. I don't think that's the focus of the movie by any means. I don't know. I would have to rewatch it again before I could really say whether or not that
It's that issue of intent.
Yeah.
What is the original intent?
And I feel like this is something I would rewatch, but I would skip the first however many minutes until he like meets the guards.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, it's just a little slow for me there.
I think I'd still just rewatch it, like the whole thing. It builds a vibe, I think. You kind of need that slow bit.
Yeah, so it's interesting, but I think it's safe to say that we all kind of like the movie.
I guess we can see if we want to each recommend it now.
Yeah, Aaron, would you recommend this film, or are you looking some up?
I would recommend it. I think it's generally, I'd put it more than okay. I think it's better than okay.
Okay.
But I would be really interested in if there's an original language version.
You'd rather watch that? There's like would you?
Yeah, the dialogue is killing me. It's like, oh shucks, like that kind of dialogue.
Yeah.
You know, like it feels like not how people talk.
The dialogue is very stilted and makes some of it very unbelievable.
Like kind of dry. And
yeah, it kind of makes it harder to get into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gareth, would you recommend this movie?
I think this is the easiest recommend of any movie I'd have on this show. If you want a more avant-garde version of Pandorum, this is for you.
Now, we haven't seen the original French version, but would you recommend the English version?
Yeah, probably. Generally just watch it in the original language. That's where like the director had the most control. So watch that with English subtitles, I'd probably say.
Aaron.
Yeah, I agree.
I would also recommend this movie. I do, like I said, this, well, I don't think I said it during this review, but I said it during the movie. You got to be in a mood for this one because of the weird avant-garde nature of the film. It's definitely for like a type of person. Like this is not going to be for people who like Avengers Endgame.
No.
This is, when I say this is a slow burn, I mean, it sometimes feels like it's a slog, but
It's Eden Slog.
Eden slog.
Well, I mean, you can't sum up the plot in like one sentence. The movie just breaks it up and then flips it around and then gives it to you one chunk at a time.
Yeah.
You had said at some point this feels almost like a mystery to solve.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
No.
And I think while the movie was happening, when we got to the end, and it does feel like a mystery to solve. It almost feels like a Knives Out type of thing, but like Knives Out in a cave.
And you did say it was like Scooby-Doo.
And I did say it was like Scooby-Doo, but not for that reason.
Scooby-Doo in a cave.
Scooby-Doo in a cave. So, yeah, I think if you have a little patience and you actually want to watch the movie, I think this is a movie that you have to watch. You have to pay attention. You can't put it on in another tab in Netflix, like on like another screen, and like play a game while this movie's on. You will have no idea what's happening. And when the movie ends, you're like, is that guy playing with his dick in front of a tree? Or like, what's happening?
And yes.
Yes. Yes, he is.
And yes, he is.
He is playing with his wood.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
And